Welcome back to the Veil Echo, where we pull back the curtain of time to reveal the truths history tried to forget. Tonight, we step into the quiet corridors of the past, a place where the light of truth flickers like a dying candle in a storm. The story begins in an old library, its walls lined with secrets. Dust drifts through shafts of golden light as ancient books whisper their forgotten stories. A historian, cloaked in shadows, flips through fragile pages, his eyes scanning headlines yellowed by time. On the wooden desk before him lie scattered photographs, smiling faces of world leaders who once shaped nations, but their smiles hide something darker. A flicker of a projector fills the room. Old film reels spin, revealing black and white images of soldiers, parades, and crowds cheering. But behind the celebrations lies fear, propaganda dressed as pride. The historian leans closer, noticing inconsistencies, faces blurred as if the truth itself had been erased. Then he finds it, a sealed envelope marked classified. His fingers tremble as he opens it. Inside are documents stamped in red, official letters and handwritten notes that reveal a hidden agenda buried beneath decades of political deception. Each word feels heavy, dangerous, forbidden. A magnifying glass hovers over a wartime photograph, a handshake between two enemies, a moment history never recorded. Who took this photo, and why was it hidden? The air thickens with questions. The historian pins the photo to a corkboard filled with red strings connecting wars, revolutions, and secret societies, a web of deceit stretching across centuries. The light flickers. Somewhere deep inside the museum, a door creaks open. He follows the echo down a dark hallway lined with broken statues and relics from civilizations long gone. Their silent faces seem to watch him as he passes, witnesses to a truth long buried. At the end of the corridor, he finds an old film projector playing on its own. The reels show disturbing images, experiments, manipulation, the dark side of progress. History's heroes are not what they seemed. He takes a deep breath, realizing he's no longer just a historian, he's now an investigator of lies. In a hidden corner, a dusty diary rests beside a cracked candle. Its pages reveal the thoughts of someone who knew too much, a whistleblower from another century. Cryptic symbols, dates, and warnings fill the margins. The words seem to come alive under the candlelight. Truth is the most dangerous weapon of all. As the clock strikes midnight, the historian looks up from his notes. The pieces are starting to fit together, an invisible hand guiding the course of human history, rewriting the narrative again and again. He exhales, whispering to himself, if these pages could speak, what would they confess? The camera pans over the cluttered desk, the maps, the red strings, the files. The whispers grow louder. The past is calling, and this is only the beginning. The clock strikes midnight as the historian steps deeper into the labyrinth of secrets. The air grows colder, and the flicker of his lantern casts long shadows across the ancient walls. Every echo feels like a whisper, a warning from those who once tried to silence the truth. He pauses before a door half buried in dust, its handle rusted with time. With a slow push, it creaks open, revealing a hidden chamber lost to the world. Inside, the air is heavy with the scent of decay and forgotten history. Old film reels, torn flags, and shattered glass scatter the floor. On the far wall, a massive painting of a royal court, elegant yet unsettling. The historian's light catches a strange symbol carved beneath the golden frame, the same mark from the forbidden diary. It's not just a symbol, it's a code, connecting rulers, secret societies, and revolutions. He wipes the dust from a nearby table and finds more files marked with the names of powerful empires. The papers tell stories that never made it to textbooks, alliances formed in blood, betrayals buried under victory speeches. He reads aloud softly, his voice trembling, history is written by those who dare to erase. A sound breaks the silence, a metallic clang echoing through the tunnels. Someone else is here. He grabs his lantern and follows the noise, descending into an underground passage filled with relics of war. There are typewriters still inked with classified reports, and an old map pinned with red strings connecting continents, showing a pattern of manipulation stretching through centuries. His breath quickens as he realizes the scale of it all. The wars, the peace treaties, the revolutions, all orchestrated by unseen hands. He stops at a table where old photographs are pinned, world leaders shaking hands, smiles frozen, eyes hollow. Behind them, faint shadows of masked figures lurk, the real orchestrators never mentioned in history books. Lightning flashes through a crack in the ceiling, illuminating a massive bunker door. The historian steps closer, tracing his fingers across its cold surface. There's an emblem engraved, the same symbol again. He types on a dusty typewriter beside it, testing the keys. The paper rolls out with a chilling message already written. The deeper you dig, the closer you come to silence. Heart pounding, he turns toward a glowing vault light flickering at the end of the room. Inside, rows of ancient artifacts rest: crowns, weapons, and letters from monarchs confessing their darkest deeds. Among them, he finds a single document sealed in wax, labeled Operation Eclipse. The letter reveals a plan, a manipulation of truth spanning generations, controlling what the world believes is history. He stumbles back, shaken. The truth isn't hidden in the shadows, it is the shadow. The camera zooms in on his trembling hands holding the letter as thunder rolls outside. He whispers, "Power never dies, it just changes its mask." As the lantern flickers out, only the faint light of the vault remains, casting the symbol's reflection across his face. The historian now knows he's uncovered something the world was never meant to see. The room is silent, yet the walls seem to breathe with the weight of centuries. The historian stands frozen before the open vault, the letter trembling in his hand. Operation Eclipse, the blueprint of deception that rewrote history itself. The storm outside rages louder, as if the past is rebelling against being unearthed. He gathers the documents, photographs, and relics, spreading them across a massive wooden table. The flickering lantern casts eerie light over the faces of long-dead rulers and generals. Their eyes, once commanding, now seem to follow him through the shadows. One photograph stands out, a secret meeting between leaders who were sworn enemies. Smiles masking betrayal, unity built on silence. He pins it to the board, red strings connecting every event, every lie. Every sacrifice made in the name of progress. Suddenly, a draft sweeps through the vault. The candlelight quivers. He turns, and there it is, a hidden doorway behind a shelf, faintly glowing with golden light. With cautious steps, he pushes it open. Inside lies a narrow corridor leading to a stone chamber. Its walls are carved with ancient symbols, each one representing a forgotten civilization. In the center, a pedestal holds a sealed document, older than any he has seen. He brushes off centuries of dust, revealing a chilling phrase engraved on the cover: "The truth belongs to no one." As he opens it, his eyes widen. The document exposes how great empires manipulated time, erasing stories, altering names, creating heroes where villains once stood. Even sacred texts had been rewritten by those in power. The realization hits him like a thunderclap: history was never about truth, it was about control. He looks around, visions filling his mind: secret chambers beneath castles, scrolls burned by kings, scientists silenced for their discoveries. The echoes of those who dared to speak the truth still linger, whispering through the cracks in the walls. He kneels, overwhelmed, whispering, "We built our world on half-truths and called it civilization." From behind him, a faint click, the door begins to close. The historian rushes toward it, but it's too late. Darkness swallows the chamber. The air grows colder. He lights a match, revealing more carvings, a timeline spiraling into infinity. At its center, a warning: those who uncover the past must live with its burden. He clutches the document to his chest, realizing he's now the keeper of something far more dangerous than any weapon. As dawn breaks through a small crack in the stone, he escapes into the open world, his clothes torn, his face marked with soot and revelation. The city awakens unaware, people walking beneath monuments built on hidden sins. Standing on a hill overlooking the skyline, the historian watches the sunrise, light washing over the same world that still sleeps in denial. He whispers to the wind, "They buried the truth, but the earth remembers." As the camera slowly pulls back, the whispering voices fade into silence, replaced by the echo of turning pages, the next story waiting to be revealed. Ending sentence. The veil of history has been lifted, but some truths once uncovered can never be forgotten.